The elephant is the largest animal that lives on land. The whale is the only animal that is larger. No other animal has a nose shaped into a long trunk that it uses as a hand. Elephants have the largest ears in the world, and their tusks are the largest teeth. An elephant's skin is 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres thick. Elephants can be trained to work or perform in zoos or circuses.
Elephant reads eh, eh, eh. E reads eh, eh, eh.
Ellie the elephant bumped her head. She felt so dizzy she went to bed.
Ellie Elephant was not tiny. Ellie Elephant was not small. Ellie Elephant was not just large. Ellie Elephant was huge. Ellie Elephant's ears were huge. Her head was huge. Her legs were huge. And her feet, oh, they were enormous. Now you might think with such very large ears, Ellie Elephant could hear very well. You would think, wouldn't you, that the moment Ellie Elephant's mother spoke, those huge ears would hear and those huge feet would obey. But I must tell you that Ellie Elephant sometimes was a little slow of hearing. I don't mean she couldn't hear. I mean she didn't want to hear. I know none of you would ever do that, but some people who don't know any better have been just a little bit slow of hearing. Maybe their dad said, "Come and do a little job for me." And they knew what he said, but didn't really want to, so they kind of disappeared. Or their mum called, "Come here, I want you to do something for me." But they just decided not to hear. That's what Ellie Elephant did, and sometimes it worked because, after all, you can't see if someone is hearing or not hearing. Sometimes Mother thought Ellie Elephant really didn't hear when she did. One day, Ellie Elephant's habit of not listening got her in trouble. The family had gone for a walk in the forest and they were all enjoying the sunshine filtering down through the leaves. It was a beautiful sunny day and they were having such a good time. Ellie Elephant saw a huge grapevine and it looked just like an elephant-sized swing. "Look," she called out, "I found a swing." Ellie Elephant slowly sat down on the grapevine swing and it held her up. "Be careful, Ellie Elephant, it may break," Ellie Elephant's mother warned. Ellie Elephant knew Mother said something, but she didn't really listen. And besides, she wanted to swing. To help keep from falling, Ellie Elephant curled her trunk around the vine. She lifted one huge foot from the ground and nothing happened. The vine didn't break. Now she was sure it would hold her. After all, she had only one tiptoe on the ground. The huge vine began to sway back and forth a little. How exciting! "Ellie Elephant, you better listen to me. That vine will..." Ellie Elephant knew Mother was calling her, but she couldn't listen now. She was about to swing. She kicked her foot and up went the grapevine. She was almost to the top of the trees. Mother was wrong. The vine was strong. The wind whistled past Ellie Elephant's big ears. Down she came and up on the other side. Was that Mama Elephant she heard calling? "Ellie Elephant!" "I can't listen now," Ellie said. "I'm swinging. I'm having a lot of fun." Ellie Elephant never knew what happened next. There was a crack, and 100 leaves flew from the vine. She heard her brother say, "Oh, Ellie Elephant," in a frightened voice, and she felt herself falling down, 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 tremendous feet over flapping ears, until suddenly, crash! The rest of the story they told to Ellie Elephant after she woke up. She lay very still for a long time, and they were afraid she would never open her eyes again. Finally, Ellie Elephant's eyelids fluttered, and she opened her eyes. "Where am I?" she said faintly. "What happened?" "Oh, Ellie Elephant, we were so scared," her brother said. The world seemed to swing in a wide circle within Ellie Elephant's head. She closed her eyes quickly. "Oh, I'm so dizzy. What's wrong with my head?" "You fell on your head, Ellie Elephant. That's what's wrong with it," said her mother kindly. "I tried to tell you the vine would break, but you just didn't hear me." As dizzy as she was, Ellie Elephant knew that wasn't true. "Oh, Mama, I just didn't listen. It's my fault. I wanted to swing." When Ellie Elephant was safely tucked in her own bed, her mother brought her something good to drink. "This will make you feel better," said Mama Elephant, "but you'll have to stay in bed until the dizziness goes away." "Thank you, Mama. Believe me, the next time you speak to me, I'm going to listen and obey." Did Ellie Elephant use her ears for listening? No, not really, did she? Did not listening get her in trouble? Yes, it did. What did Ellie Elephant do with the grapevine? That's right, she sat on it and went for a swing. Who warned her this was not a safe thing to do? That's right, it was Mama Elephant. Did Ellie Elephant believe Mother? No, she hoped that she'd be able to swing on the swing. What awful thing happened to Ellie Elephant who would not listen? Yes, that's right. She fell down and she passed out. Who took care of Ellie Elephant after her accident? Yes, her mother did, didn't she? Was Mother Elephant happy Ellie Elephant didn't listen? No, she wasn't happy at all. Did Mother Elephant still love Ellie Elephant? Yes. Even when we do the wrong things, our mothers still love us, don't they? What did Ellie Elephant learn? That's right, she learnt to listen and to obey.
Listen as I tell you a word. Can you hear the eh sound? Ever. Can you hear the eh sound in ever? Yes, there's the eh sound in ever. Vet. Can you hear the eh sound in vet? Yes, there's the eh sound in vet. Am. Can you hear the eh sound in am? No, there's no eh sound in am. Free. Can you hear the eh sound in free? No, there's no eh sound in free. Beg. Can you hear the eh sound in beg? Yes, there's an eh sound in beg. Red. Can you hear the eh sound in red? Yes, there's an eh sound in red. Not. Can you hear the eh sound in not? No, there's no eh sound in not. Elf. Can you hear the eh sound in elf? Yes, there's an eh sound in elf. Tell. Can you hear the eh sound in tell? Yes, there's an eh sound in tell. Book. Can you hear the sound in book? No, there's no sound in book. Listen as I read a sentence. Can you find the word that has the sound? An angel is real, an elf is not real. Which word has the sound? An angel is real, an elf is not real. That's right. Elf. Tell me a Bible story. Which word has the sound? Tell me a Bible story. That's right. Tell. The policeman can help us. Which word has the sound? The policeman can help us. That's right. Help. An egg is the food we need for our morning meal. Which word has the sound? An egg is the food we need for our morning meal. That's right. Egg. God can heal a broken leg. Which word has the sound? God can heal a broken leg. That's right. Leg. Let's blend these sounds. M, meh, meh. S, se, se. Fe, fe. R, re, re. M, m. S, es. F, f. R, air. Let's blend these sounds to form a word. S, mess.
Obey them that have the rule over you. Hebrews 13 verse 17a. When you obey your parents, you are obeying them that have the rule over you, and that is doing what God wants you to do. Let's learn this verse. Obey them that have rule over you. Hebrews 13 verse 17a. In the Old Testament, God called a man named Jonah and gave him a very special job to do. Jonah, God said, I want you to get up and go to a great city of Nineveh and cry against it. Jonah knew that the city of Nineveh was very wicked. The people were sinful and did not love God, but God wanted Jonah to go and preach to that exact city. What do you call it when you do exactly what your father and mother tell you to do? Yes, we say you obey or you mind your parents. What do you call it when you don't do exactly what you are told? Yes, that is disobeying. To disobey our parents is to disobey God. Jonah disobeyed the Lord. The Bible tells us that he ran away from God and from what he was told to do. Instead of going to Nineveh to preach, he ran away from the presence of the Lord. At least he thought he was running away from the presence of the Lord. I want to ask you something, boys and girls. Do you think a person can really run away from the presence of the Lord? No. What if you hid far, far back in your closet? Could God see you there? Yes, he could. What if you hid under the bed, way back in the corner? Do you think God could see you there? Yes, I'm sure he could. God can see everything and everyone in the world. There is no one, No place, nothing in the world that God cannot see. So, of course, God could see Jonah when he ran away to Joppa. God also saw the next thing that Jonah did. Jonah paid for a ticket and got on a ship. He went down into the lower parts of the ship. Maybe he thought God couldn't see him as well there. He went to sleep, but the Lord sent a great wind, and soon everybody on the ship was afraid that the boat would sink. Jonah knew who had sent the wind. Who was it? Yes, it was God. Jonah also knew why God had sent it. Why? Because Jonah disobeyed. Perhaps he thought, now God is going to punish me for running away. He will make this boat sink and everyone on board will die in the water. I don't want others to die when I'm the one who disobeyed. I'd better tell them to throw me into the water. I suppose I will drown, but I'll be the only one to die. All the others won't have to die because of me. So Jonah said, I'm the cause of this. I fear the Lord, but I've been running from the Lord. That's why he has sent this great storm. What shall we do with you, Jonah, to stop this terrible storm? The sailors asked. Jonah was afraid, but he knew what he had to do. Take me up and throw me into the sea. Then the storm will stop because it's all my fault. The men did not want to throw Jonah overboard, but they finally saw that was what they had to do. They threw Jonah over the side of the boat, and sure enough, the storm stopped and the waves were still. All the people on the boat then feared the Lord and promised him they would do right. What about poor Jonah? I'm sure he thought as he sailed through the air, oh, this is the end of me. When I hit the water, I'll drown. It serves me right for not obeying the Lord. However, God had another plan for Jonah. He had made a special big fish and he had put it in just the right spot. When Jonah hit the water, the fish was waiting. Look, down went Jonah for 3 days and 3 nights. Do you know what Jonah did? He started praying. Dear God, he said, you have put me here in the middle of the sea. The waves are over me. I'm not even sure you can see me here. I'll do what you want me to do. God, I will obey. So the Lord, knowing Jonah had repented, spoke to the fish. The fish vomited Jonah out onto the dry land. This time Jonah did obey God. He didn't think anyone would listen to him, but he went to Nineveh and preached as God had told him. The people listened. They were sorry for their sins. They believed in God, and God decided to bless them instead of destroying the city. How foolish of Jonah not to obey God. Sometimes we act foolishly too. God tells us we must obey our parents. We cannot obey God if we do not do what our parents tell us. But sometimes we get stubborn and want our own way. We say we will obey after a while, but that is not obeying. We truly obey when we do immediately what we are told and do it with the right attitude. Jonah chapters 1, 2 and 3. Character objective. Submissive. To obey people who rule over me. God tells us that we can only obey him by obeying our parents. This is the most important lesson we can learn. God tells us this many times in the Bible. Children, obey your parents. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Obey them that have the rule over you. That is, we must obey not only our parents, but also the people that are responsible for us. Submission is an inward attitude, meek, that yields to the power, control, and authority of another. Obedience is the action of submissiveness. Hebrews 13 verse 17a. Obey them that have the rule over you. Hebrews 13 verse 17a. Obey them that have the rule over you. Hebrews 13 verse 17a. Say it with me. Obey them that have the rule over you. Hebrews 13 verse 17a.
Elephant reads E, E, E. E reads E, E, E.
Ellie the elephant bumped her head. She felt so dizzy she went to bed.
Elephant reads E, E, E. E reads E, E, E. Elephant reads E, E, E. E reads E, E, E. Now you say it with me. Elephant reads E, E, E. E reads E, E, E.
Now it's time to do your word building, the purple book. Today you will do pages 17 till 24. Also, do any math pages your supervisor has assigned to you.